All right, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. And for the weird people in the internet, all these guns that I'm going to talk about right here, they all been clear, so you don't have to like flip or anything like that. I'm going to talk about picking the right gun. This is more for like the beginner. This is more for like the new guy out there. A lot of you guys are experts at this. You're welcome to share comments down below or, add up something more to the discussion. This is not coming from a person that is an expert or anything. This is just coming from things that I have learned from being with guns for like dear lord, I don't know, many years by now. So again, we're gonna talk about a couple different guns. I got the Glock 17 right here, the 27. I got a 45. I got a 380 as well. So pretty much got every single caliber. Maybe we could organize this a little bit. 380 right here, and then we go 9 mil. 40, 45. There we go. That feels a little bit better. So again, we're going to talk about all these guns. If you're looking for a handgun and you're in the market for that, definitely listen to this video. It may help you out, not make you waste any money or anything like that. Everything that I'm going to say here is coming out of my brain housing group. I don't have notes or anything. I'm just going to talk here for a little bit. So with that being said, check this out. This video is brought to you by Core Essentials. If you're looking for a way to comfortably be able to carry a firearm, check out Core Essentials. They have everything from EDC gun belts to this belt right here, which is the first micro battle belt. This thing is solid. It is rugged. It is 1.75 wide. It allows you to carry up to 20 pounds, so you could put your holster, magazine, pouches. You could also put your trauma kit, first aid kit, whatever you want in there. It fits all the way from 24 inches to 48 inches, and it has a 30-day money-back guarantee for uncut belts. Again, Core Essentials is a great company, and they sponsor here the channel, and we truly appreciate them. All right, and I definitely appreciate Core Essentials. They are so great. They literally help me out, and they don't even tell me what to say or anything. They just give me stuff, and they say, "Hey, talk about this," and here we're gonna help you out make more videos in your channel. So big shout out to them. And let's kind of like look into this real quick. Again, every single gun that I have right here has kind of like a purpose, and that's something that I've been thinking a lot because people always ask me questions about this, and people say, "What gun should I get?" And I always think, "Well, what are you gonna carry, or what are you gonna use it for? Is it gonna be for home defense? Is it gonna be for carry? What kind of style or carry do you have?" Because I tell you what, at one point in my life, I used to carry a Glock 17 and I had no issues with it. I was motivated, I was in shape, I was, I was like in the game, right? The Glock 17 was a gun that I actually concealed carry with me. Not this one specifically. I had a different one back then. But again, I carry that all the time. A Glock 19 as well. Now that I'm overweight and not motivated, I don't carry this thing. I wouldn't want to carry this. It's just too much for me, right? So again, some people may think about this statement that I just made as controversial. And some people may be like, wow, I can't believe you're doing that. But it is what it is. I'm not going to carry this. This is too much for me. This is a home defense. I carry something like this, and I pocket carry a lot. Or, I carry a Glock, a M&P Shield a lot as well. As really comfortable gun to carry. So again, is it going to be for home defense? Is it going to be for carry? And if it's going to be for carry, what kind of carry you're going to do? So let's just jump into the home defense first of all, right? A pistol like this is fantastic for home defense. Now, obviously, I got an optic right here. That's going to be your choice or not. I'm going to tell you something about this optics. You're going to see a lot of guys here on YouTube doing great things with optics. Optics are totally different than a regular pistol. I put a lot of rounds through this gun. I put over 1,000 rounds through this gun, no doubt about it. And again, I've done a lot with the optic, and you are very accurate. This thing allows you to put rounds in target very fast and very accurate. The problem is that it's a different type of aiming in a way, and you're gonna hear guys talking about this all the time. When you bring your pistol in front of you, a lot of times you lose that dot, meaning that you can't see the dot, and then you have to like move your pistol a little bit until you see it. That means that you don't have a really proper form. That's why there's a lot of training involved. Once you have that proper form, you should be able to see that dot, or in this case it's not a dot, but you should be able to see it all the time. But again, some of you guys are not going to spend the time, dedication, and all that to be able to get that, to be able to get that good. That's the reality. Some of you guys have to work and all that. So don't be surprised if you put this pistol in front of your hands or in front of your face and you don't see your dot, or you don't see your point to aim, right? It's very common. A lot of guys talk about that. So again, sometimes people see optics, be like, oh man, that's gonna be so much better. Yeah, it could be better. Yeah, it could be fantastic, but it's gonna take a lot of training, and it's gonna take a lot of dedication. But when it comes to a home defense pistol, this is a prime example of what a great home defense pistol is. And essentially, here's some components. Large capacity, right? You look about 17 rounds. You could even get extensions and things like that. That's great. You don't know how many people are going to be coming into your house. Usually bad guys come in pairs, so again, that is fantastic. Another thing is going to be a rail right here for you to put a light. My home defense pistol, which is an MMP 9 core, I got a light on there, right? Some people argue about the light. Some people say, well, we need a light, you need a handheld. Don't get into silly argument. Has both, right? Have a light in your pistol, have a handheld, because the reality is that you're not going to carry your pistol, so who cares how much it weighs or anything like that? You're going to put it in a place that is secure, right? So it's a really nice setup. Make sure you get some nice sights and things like that. It will be a really beneficial thing. And now I'm going to tell you, some people are going to talk about this, and I'm going to kind of touch on it real quickly. And it's kind of like an integration, right? Like all your guns, you have like a kind of like a mix. They kind of like, again, if you're new into this, remember this. All your guns you kind of mix a little bit. And what I mean is, like, if you carry a Glock 17 like this for home defense, it may be a good idea for you to carry Glock 26, which is a little one, for concealed carry. So that's going to allow you to do a couple things, right? It's going to allow you to change magazines. Not only it's going to allow you to change magazines, but it's going to allow you to make sure you know that platform, right? This platform is the same on 17 and 26, right? They feel the same. The triggers feel the same. Everything feels the same. So again, because you have that same thing going on, when you do training, it's really easy to create that muscle memory for those firearms, right? If you go from this as home defense to something like this, like the car CW45, different caliber. Also, you have a different trigger pull. This trigger is really long. I love the trigger on the cars, but it's really long and things like that. You may not be able to change some or transfer some of the skills between one gun and another gun. So think about that, right? So again, I love that about this. In my case, going from a 17 to a Glock 42, even though it's not the same caliber, even though you don't change the magazines and things like that, you don't do that kind of stuff. Again, the trigger feels the same. The serrations, all that is almost the same. Even the sights, I could have left the sights the same, and it would have been able to work really, really good, right? So again, I don't do that. I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir. I got an MMP 9 core as my home defense, and I'm carrying a Glock 42. But for you new guys, for some of the guys out there that want to like make sure that you're not really familiar with guns and you're new into this, it's just a good practice if you want to do that, right? So again, home defense pistol, right? You trying to pick that gun and you're looking for a gun, you have to ask that question. What is the gun is going to be for, right? It's going to be for home defense. Well, I can't be looking at this for home defense. Really? I cannot look at this for home defense. This thing carries 6 rounds. This is 380. Very small. Smaller pistols tend to be a little bit more difficult to shoot. And again, so I'm not going to be looking at this. I'm going to look at a full-size pistol. And even though it's big, I'll tell you what, it's easier to shoot, and it brings a lot of capabilities, right? So again, maybe you're looking for a concealed carry piece, right? Now you're looking at concealed carry. Well, again, what are you going to be looking into that concealed carry? And I'm going to show you. I put these 3 guns here for the purpose, by the way. These 3 concealed carry pistols are totally different. Are you looking to pocket carry? Well, now you need a small gun with a small holster, right? And you see like a holster like this, sticky holster. I've been pretty in love with this, by the way. This thing works just fine. And when I put it right here, obviously you see this is a perfect setup for me, right? Now, if you try to pocket carry this little cannon right here, Glock 27, it's not going to be a good idea. But if you're going to pocket carry, this is going to be a great idea. By the way, the Glock 42 is one of my favorite 380 pistols. I think it's one of the best ones in the market. But again, this is a great idea. So again, don't buy this for pocket carry. You have to make that decision how you're going to be carrying, right? Don't buy this, get this. But a couple other things that I would tell you when it comes to concealed carry, if you're trying to pick a gun, is this right here. I want you to see this, right? Glock 17, oh, excuse me, Glock 27, 40 cal. And then obviously you have this one right here. You see how thick this is? So if you're gonna carry inside the waistband, or if you're gonna carry inside your pants, obviously, and not outside the waistband, you probably won't have to manner. You probably won't have to. Excuse me, I kind of lost my change of thought there, but you probably won't have to worry too much if it's outside the waistband. But if it's inside the waistband, this thickness right here, it has a lot to do with this, because this is actually gonna sit between your pants and your skin, right? It's gonna be in that setup right there. So maybe you want to find something that is slimmer, right? Look at this right here. So you see how slim this is compared to this. You see how slim. Trust me, it's gonna make a difference. It's truly gonna make a difference. That's one of the reasons why I like my M&P Shield a lot, which I don't have it here, but I love my M&P Shield because it's so slim that it's easier to carry, right? So again, look at that kind of stuff if you're gonna carry inside the waistband, because again, you may be looking for something that needs to be slimmer because it's gonna be more comfortable, right? So again, something to think about. For example, this gun right here is a double stock pistol, and again, it's going to be thicker right here. If you notice something like this, look at the difference between the Glock 27 and the Car CW 45, right? You see the difference right there. This thing is single stock, so obviously, it's just slimmer. So because it's slimmer, it's potentially going to be a little bit more comfortable to carry for some of you guys out there. Again, it doesn't mean that the 27 is not easy to carry, or you won't be able to carry. It's just some things that you kind of have to keep in consideration, right? If you're going to go conceal carry, right? If you're going to conceal carry, I have concealed carry for many, many years. Are you going to go pocket carry, or you want something very small? You find a pistol that is going to fit in your pocket. If you're going to carry inside the waistband, again, look at some of these pistols that are slimmer. They tend to be more comfortable to carry. If you're going to carry outside the waistband, again, most likely you're going to be able to carry pretty much anything at that point, right? If you're in the winter and things like that, outside the waistband, it's going to be pretty simple to carry. The key here, by the way, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but the key here is to have a solid holster. So remember, you need to have a solid holster, right? So again, couple different pistols here, really couple different pistols here. If you're looking for a gun, if you're looking for a handgun, my question will be, what will be the purpose? What are you using this gun for? Because again, depends on that. It depends the gun that we could recommend, or the gun that we say, well, that's going to serve the purpose. Perfect for home defense, not perfect for home defense, right? Perfect to not, not to carry. So take this back. Not so good, great, or not so great to carry. Awesome carry pistol. Awesome carry pistol. Awesome carry pistol, right? But you know what? If I'm home and I'm getting into a fight, I probably want this, right? And again, there's some people that carry this. I've done it as well. But just some questions that you got to ask. And how are you going to integrate all these firearms into your security system? A lot of people don't ask that question. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people see a gun and they go like, oh, that gun is cool. Well, how are you going to integrate that gun into your home defense plan if it's for that? If you are a collector, if you like just to shoot guns for fun or whatever, that's different. But if this gun is going to be for self-defense, how is this gun being integrated with your other systems that you already have in place, right? And the last thing that I want to mention, by the way, I don't want to get too much into this because there's a lot of different debates on this, but the caliber. What is the caliber, right? 380 for home defense? I don't know about that, right? People will say, well, many people get shot with 380. Oh, obviously. But we're not looking to get the gun that is going to be something that may work. We are looking for the best tool for the job. Remember that. That's the key here. We are looking for the best tool for the job. Now, something that, it may work. A 22 may kill somebody. Well, no crap. A 22 may kill somebody, but we are looking for the best tool for the job, right? So again, 17 rounds of 9 mils, I believe is the best tool for the job, right? The 45 right here, the 40 are calibers that a lot of people are going to debate about it. I love you guys know that I haven't been a fan of the 40 too much, but you guys know that I love the 45. I really do enjoy it. But maybe you out there can shoot this thing, right? Because it's complicated. The 45 may have a little bit more kick. And I'll tell you what, the 27 in 40 cal is a cannon. This thing, when it shoots, it shoots. You're gonna feel it. Maybe you are an older person, or maybe you're a person that can hold that recoil. Maybe this gun is not for you, right? Maybe this gun is not gonna be your primary gun, right? So you buy this gun thinking that small. You buy this gun thinking that you're gonna be able to carry, and you go down the range and you put some rounds down range, and you realize very, very quickly that this gun is not gonna do it, right? Because the caliber is too much for you, right? And then you jump down to a Glock 26, and then you realize, oh wow, I really enjoy this caliber. I could shoot it, I could put it in target and all that. Because I tell you what, it's not about having the biggest caliber, it's about being able to connect, right? If you have the biggest caliber out there but you can't hit the target, you have nothing. You just have a rock that is doing nothing, right? You got to be able to connect, and if you cannot shoot it because the caliber is too much, it's not a good idea. But anyways, I wanted to share some thoughts with you guys, because you know what? You guys are awesome, and I love my subscribers here, and I love everything that you guys do for me. So I just wanted to come up here and share some thoughts. Big shout out to Core Essential as always, and we see you in the next one. Let me find my button, and as always, Goddess in control.